So many churches, and so many different views. Top of the morning to you. Yesterday I mentioned that we would talk about the church today, and the church is doing a good thing. God, Jesus created the church, but yet there's so much conflict, there's so much, I'm thinking the word diversity, but it's not a good diversity. There's so much differing interpretations that it's become a real mess. I was just looking on my iPad here and I searched for the Jewish temple. In my little metro area of 100,000 people, there was one. And then I searched for Muslim and it took me to the Islam temple, and there's one. And then I put in Christian church and there's like, I don't know, dots everywhere. Like every street can have multiple Christian churches, Christian this, Christian that, Lutheran, Pentecostal, Catholic, Baptist, forgive me if I leave you out, Presbyterian, Methodist, this, that, the other thing. And it's horrible. It's great because there's so many people, but it's horrible because of the conflicts. Yesterday I was speaking with a university pastor, and he was reflecting how much animosity there is between the Catholics and the Protestants, to just divide a little bit. And the whole conversation was about, what is this division? What is this separation? What is this challenge and conflict? He was talking with his students at the university down in Florida and just sharing the stories. One of the women in his group shared, I was harassed and yelled and verbally assaulted in the grocery parking lot heading in. And he's a short, very short, white, 75-year-old male pastor. And he's like, I've never even worried about being verbally assaulted in the parking lot. Maybe now that I'm getting old, I could get beat up. We hear those stories every once in a while. But just that thing, and it really gets down to understanding and connection and seeking first to understand. I really believe that everyone does the best that they can. Their choices, their decisions, their actions are the best that they can come up with, considering their upbringing, their conditioning, and their life. The saying goes in the coaching space, they don't care what you know until they know how much you care. In our conversation yesterday, we got to the point where if someone's been hurt or feels that something that they've been withheld, that they deserve, that they're entitled to, not in a negative entitlement thing, but when those things are cut off, the ears are cut off at the same time, and there's no opportunity to have a conversation, to seek understanding. Having that belief that everyone's doing the absolute best they can makes me curious. It makes me ask and want to know in a non-confrontal way, what does that mean to you? How does that choice of harm, that choice of stealing, that choice of breaking the laws and the rules line up in your righteousness, in your best thing that you can do right now? Survival was in there too, that survival. along with the lacking and harm and damaged, and just being seen and understood. And wow, if the Christian church could keep all their sites and locations and unify, that would be amazing. That would be heaven on earth. That would be God's intention. Love your neighbor as yourself. Lay down your life in seeking the kingdom first. And to bounce off of yesterday, make sure the church you're involved in is a belong, believe, behave kind of atmosphere where this tax collectors and the sexual actors and the I'm like trying to think of the biblical ones, the tax collectors and the gamblers and all those guys can feel welcome to come and learn about Jesus, to learn about his kingdom, to learn about his sacrifice for all of our sins, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So help the Christian church by being the people that the people are the church. And if your church isn't a belong, believe, behave church, and it's a behave first, you gotta behave, you gotta qualify to get in. Start being curious with the people that are there. Start with curiosity. Start with caring. And that's where the belong starts. Start with caring. Understand what drives them. They don't know how much, they don't care what you know till they know how much you care. Start with the caring. Start with the caring and connecting to dig in and understand and have your eyes opened and your ears opened and your mind opened. And that's my prayer for me as well. That's what we need. That's what the world needs today, is that curiosity and that caring and that openness to understand how that's the best that you've done. How is it the best for you to live the lifestyle you're living? How? What are the benefits of it? And now I'm just going off on all kinds of coaching stuff. But check it, be curious, start caring, and then people will welcome your blessing. You be blessed.